All right, as promised, we're going to start cutting this one off and we're going to start putting the new one on. This one is a lot worse shape than the passenger side was, so this one will be a lot more entertaining since you guys didn't get to see the other one, because this one has quite a bit of rust here. It's got some Bondo I can feel coming through the backside here. This corner down here is crunched up and it's been filled. You can see this huge patch of Bondo is here as well. And these ugly, gills, fins, whatever you want to call them, they're not going back on this car. So, yeah, I'm going to cut it off. I'll show you a few measurements, how I kind of keep track of some of the things. It works for me. But let's get to it. So I'll do this the same way I did before. I'm going to measure from this point here. I will measure 10 inches over and make a mark. Same thing I did over there. Doesn't matter. 10 inches, 12 inches, doesn't matter. Just gives you, and for you metric guys, yeah, 10. Sorry, I got to give up a little bit. But that's all I do. Just mark it. That way when I put my new one in, I have a baseline to measure from here to here. It's 10, so it's easy to remember. And just write on everything. If you need to, you can put tape on things. I've already got a mark right here that shows the end of the existing quarter panel. And I'll actually come back and put a piece of tape there, make it a little bit more accurate than, 1/8 inch wide Sharpie mark. But that's just where I start. So I'll do the normal cut like everybody else does. Cut around here, into here somewhere, kind of like that. And then it'll kind of end up right here. This is where there's a little U shape here. There's always a crack here. I've just, every car, it's a high stress point and you've got to fold. It's going to crack. So it'll end up coming into that crack most likely. So I'll cut here, get that out. And I'll probably even cut down some of the edges here. Certain edges, just leave that on. You can come back, take that off later. But start cutting. Okay, a couple cuts across there. It's not cut all the way through everywhere, so it kind of holds on right now. Just getting started. And now you got to take, you can leave these in if you want. You can take them out. I took it out of that side because I sandblasted and primed in there. I'll probably end up doing that when I get to that point. But for right now, I'm going to take the bottom stop out of this so it will go down lower. So it'll get out of the way. So next I'm going to take and cut down here. I'll cut across here. I will cut all the way around here. Yes, I know there's an air tool called an air hammer. I can't find mine. And that's my last grinding wheel, which doesn't help either. And here we go. All right, it is cut off. And now for the unveiling. I haven't taken it off yet, hadn't peeked to see how bad it is. But there is a lot of filler over here. This, I knew there was a bunch. But, that's what the inside looks like. On. Let go. Let go. Come on. Come on. It really doesn't want to let go. There we go. Alright, so I'll pick you guys up and walk you around. Yeah. Okay. Now, this is what I was talking about, how crunched up this was. That piece is supposed to be flat. This piece. It's not. That's not supposed to look like that either. That's not supposed to look like that. Yeah. Maybe there. Yeah. They really like the seam sealer. They left clods of it in the rocker panels so they would make noise. Down here on the quarter itself, you can see where the Bondo went through the holes, and then back again over here. Same thing over here at the back, that line. They had a hole of a line of screws that they where they pulled it out back in the old days. So yeah, it's kind of an ugly quarter panel. But now I'll start going back and trim all the rest of this out. Get all this off the bottom. I'm going to try to straighten this out. What are you guys looking at? I'm going to try to straighten that out. I really don't want to replace it if I don't have to. But if I can straighten it out, great. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But now it's just a whole bunch of... take all this stuff off of here. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And I won't put you guys through that. So we'll be back when this is relatively clean. Well, I was going to just let this go, tear it all out, and then show you the aftermath afterwards. Kind of got part way into it. Just wanted to film a little bit of this. You can see the rust hole there. And then there is, they put fiberglass on the outside there. It's coming off. Now, one little tip I will say that works really well when you're removing this kind of stuff is take your grinder and just work on this corner. Just run up and down that corner. Let me see if I can get a little more light in here. If that helps any. I'll just glare it out. But what I do is on these corners like this, if you're taking this off, just grind it down. Grind it down till, in this case, I'm going to right before I actually go through it. And so what I'll do is just get really close and then start bending it back and forth. And then you can see there's a tiny little crack all along there that is right there already, where it's going to snap off. And what that does is that makes it much easier, because all you got to do now is go back and pull spot weld after spot weld. Get a spot weld, pull it up. Get a spot weld, pull it up. And that way it makes, because some of these spot welds are very hard to find, covered in crap. A lot of them were halfway done at the factory. But yeah, that works really well. You see this here? Let me back you up a little bit. Yeah. Oh, hopefully you can see this. And basically this here just folded off. And you just keep bending it back and forth, and it'll snap off. I don't want to go too far because I don't really want to hit this, because I would like to salvage as much as the original as possible. I'm probably going to take my new one, cut a patch piece out of the new one, weld it in here. Back here, a friend of mine actually has this piece down here from a existing one. because he had got a used factory quarter for his. I may be able to take his and use that as patch for here instead of the replacement one. And if you look really close here, you can see how thick the Bondo was there. It was easily 1/8 inch thick there. Kind of same drill over here. Lots of Bondo. Lots of Bondo. This area has the most Bondo I've seen of anything on the car anywhere. It looks like it went through a ditch. And from some of the other signs, that's kind of what it looks like. Went through a ditch. Which, it's kind of a Mustang thing. You know, if it doesn't go through a ditch, it's not a Mustang. So, just keep at it. And excuse the rain noise. We haven't ever had rain in several months. So, we missed out on most of our rain for the year. So, you know, rain, good thing. And we'll be back.